What's going on, guys? Just wanted to give a quick little recap of where we're at with the US Open. We are about 5 weeks out, 4 weeks, and like some change. So things have been going as to be expected, I guess. Opening up a gym, doing a couple projects, working on a few things have been very time consuming. And it's definitely one of those things where it's a balancing act, and I think everything's going pretty well. With all that being said, I've had a few ups and downs this prep some things that are just out of your control. They happen during prep. Everyone's dealing with it, so it's no excuse. It's no reason to not get out there and perform. You got to do the best you can. You got to put the effort in to every single training, even though things may not go the way you want them to. Um, for big meets like this, everyone's beat up, everyone's hurt. No one really cares. You just show up and you do the best you can that day. And I know a lot of people, they'll drop out of meets. They'll you know do certain things because training's not going the way they wanted it to, or because they had a little bit of injury going on. And to me, that's never a good reason to not do a meet. Um, for a few reasons, in my opinion. Is just one, you've committed to it. The promoter may use you, if you're a big lifter, to help promote the meet. So there's kind of an expectation for you to be there and for you to help promote the meet. So if you drop out, I don't really necessarily agree with that aspect. I think if you're waiting for the perfect meet prep and for your numbers to be where you expect them to be, which is kind of an irrational thought, is your numbers are going to be where they're at. If you didn't work hard enough and your training's not going well, then yeah, that sucks. Work harder, but show up and compete. And I think this day and age with like social media and stuff, a lot of people put a lot of pressure on themselves to go out and be better every time, and without really thinking about the other things that go into play in a meet prep, and what you're doing for the sport and helping it grow by competing. I think you have a kind of a responsibility to show up, especially with meets like this where they may not be around forever, and if you're scared to go out there and compete with the best because your training cycle hasn't gone too great, well, it sucks for you. Be a better coach, be a better athlete, but you still need to go out there and compete. So with that being said, there's a lot of adaptations and a lot of things to overcome within a training cycle for everyone. Everyone's beat up, everyone's hurt, and some things have to be adjusted. And if you're a good, well-rounded lifter, you can make those adjustments and still be close to your best as you can be for that day. One of the things that I've adjusted to is going to a closer stance in my squat, and then also pulling conventional for the meet, and making sure that all that's dialed in the last 6 weeks, and getting everything as good as I can be, and making sure that I push forward and that I bring the best possible total that I can on that day. I don't have numbers that I'm shooting for. I don't have things that I'm trying to achieve in terms of the total, because I think once you start chasing that total, your day can go downhill very fast. The goal of every meet that I try to do is become a better lifter within that meet. So making sure that I pick the right attempts and getting as many in as I can, so that I have the best total I can for that day. It doesn't always work out that way, but that's the goal. That's the plan to move forward, and that's the plan to always be at my best for that day, because that's all that really matters. No one cares what you did in the gym leading into the meet, and you may post that, after the meet, telling people what you could have done, but in all reality, it doesn't fucking matter. What matters is the total you put up that day. So you have to be the best you can for that given day. And I think with that approach comes a lot of headaches sometimes. And I think you go into every meet with a certain mindset. If you want to hit a certain thing and be at a certain level, and sometimes the day just doesn't happen that way. And I think as a lifter, you have to be able to take a step back and just say, hey, what do I have that day? And then that's what you chase after. And I think that will allow you to be a little bit more at ease with the total and have a better day and not be frustrated with the day. Because at the end of the day, we are just lifting weights. We are just hanging out with some friends, lifting weights, doing cool stuff, and that should be the moment that you enjoy, not the total, not the light at the end of the tunnel, but being actually in that tunnel and hanging out and getting to know people and performing. And that's, to me, that's what this powerlifting stuff is all about. So excited to keep pushing forward and seeing where things go. Excited to see what we have in the future. This channel will be taking a bit of a turn in what we're doing. Started a Team Phoenix Performance, and I think we'll be able to provide you guys with a lot of really good content moving forward. So it'll be a more dynamic team approach on this YouTube channel. Moving forward, we'll have a bunch of videos out, and then we'll also have some of the coaches' training logs and vlogs and stuff like that. So I'm excited to get that going and push that forward, and make sure you check that out through all the social media endeavors, Team Phoenix Performance. Excited to get that going, get that out to you guys, and I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you guys next week.